Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Ringo TV Reactions. Make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. We have another story for you of another couple on social media that pretty much crashed out on Facebook Live. And, yeah, they gone. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. This is the season of crash out, I guess. They were on Facebook Live going back and forth, arguing about a lot of stuff. This is the case of the Frenchman. Pretty much his name is Shamarcus Jamal, 36. And he basically unalived his woman, Zaria, and all of this was on Facebook Live. All of it. And it's a story that I want to cover because a lot of women may talk about this particular story and do the usual, which is to just tell women, hey, you know, these men ain't ish, and these men. Based on the video, both of them were toxic. Both Zaria and Shamarcus. Both of them were toxic. This is a case of a couple passing around STDs. This is a case of a couple putting spells on one another. Remember, I told you guys a lot of times that people be putting witchcraft on people. They be using spell casting. You have a lot of witches and warlocks. In the video, the guy pretty much was accusing the woman and other people of putting spells on him. But not just that, he went to go get readings, I guess, from witch doctors or whoever to try to find out what's going on in his life and who's trying to fix him and put spells and roots and all this other mess on him. So it's just one big mess. A big mess, guys. And it really, really is sad, man. This guy was seen on camera literally saying, hey, I'm going to take you out. Like, he literally told her at the end of the video, he was like, yo, I'm going to take you out. If you do that, I'm going to take you out. Give me my phone. I'm going to take you out. Then he crashed out. Looked like he probably attacked her and beat her up. And she pretty much was dead. Then he jumped in the car. I believe it's the Dodge Charger. And he was just out. And then he basically unalived himself and called it a day. Totally crashed out. And see, this is why we have to have these conversations because, you know, yesterday I posted a video sharing testimony of how these type of things happen. You know, it's a lot of drama going on social media where people are doing a lot of dirt. His woman was sleeping around. You know, they were passing around genital herpes to each other. Just really nasty, messy stuff. He's in and out of prison. The typical kind of relationship the modern woman be in. And what's crazy is all of the women that are in the comments on all the social media platforms, they're saying the typical stuff. Ladies, you need to stay away from men like this. No, men need to stay away from women like you. Let's just stop playing this little game of, oh, the women need to stay away from men like this. No, men need to stay away from women that are toxic, like Zaria, because she's no better than him. See, again, I'm the only one that will cover this particular story and give you the facts of what's really going on. Because, you know, when I speak truth, the algorithm don't work. Nobody shows up. This is a breaking story. Like, this story here is fresh off the presses. But when I cover it, nobody's around. Everybody is busy all of a sudden. All right? And this is what I don't like about social media, is that the real ones who push the truth, who break down the content, who really give what is needed for the people, they're invisible. Shadow banned. Nobody hit the like button. Nobody shared the video. Nobody don't care until somebody's unalived. Until you're unalive. Until you crash out. See, some of you will crash out in the future. You know why? Because you don't listen. You don't listen to the content. You ignore the truth. You understand? When people put in this kind of work like me, I'm speaking from the heart. I'm not here playing games like other content creators ready to exploit a story for personal gain. I'm talking about the real. This was a toxic couple right here. Because I'm not done with this story. This is just my introduction to the case. You see? Because I'm going to break down the actual video of them going berserk. You know what I'm saying? I might just play the audio and not even show the video. I might just blur the video. I don't know how I'm going to proceed with it because the video has a lot of profanity and I just don't really want that kind of poison on the platform. They were just going back and forth on Facebook Live. This is what I mean about social media, man. These two were literally in the house. This man said that he beat his woman all the time. Like, he literally said it on camera. He's on camera. She's smiling on camera like, yeah, you know, he beat me. Yeah. And he gonna kill me, blah, blah, blah. Crazy stuff. And you know what's so crazy is before she died, before she was unalived, she pretty much made a post on the Facebook saying, I really don't know what to do, but I need help before I lose my life or freedom. My kids need me. So in other words, what that post suggests is either she's going to take him out or he's going to take her out, because she says, but I need help before I lose my life or my freedom, which means it's either one or the other. Either I'm going to take him out or he going to take me out. But this couple have a long history of domestic abuse. A long history of domestic abuse. And it's like on the Facebook, you have other people telling her, I told you like he was no good. And then Dutchess, Díor, she comes back in. She's like, I know, but this mother effer done got on the dumb-ish. So if I die, somebody need to know. This is what she's saying on Facebook. Like literally before she's unalived, she's literally saying what's coming. And you got all these women in the comments. This is what I mean, man. Like when people are crashing out, clearly they're about to do something. The audience just sit there. Y'all don't say nothing. Y'all don't call the police. Y'all don't be like, yo, something about to happen, man. Something about to go down. Nobody says a word. Y'all don't notice how nobody's here, guys? You know how frustrating that is to go live and nobody's on site, nobody's around, and you're covering such a topic that people need to learn from. You gonna tell me YouTube ain't purposely holding back the platform? This is why it's very important that you people hit that damn like button. Y'all be playing games, man. Y'all don't understand how the devil work. I keep telling you, the devil is out there killing people, unaliving people, because people are not walking with God. And when I talk about God, y'all get offended with me all the time. I don't want to hear about God. I don't want to hear about that. I want to hear about drama. And then we have another couple that's unalive. We already got the two YouTubers that are dead, right? Because another YouTuber crashed out because the devil got in his mind. And now we have another social media couple unalived. Again, another couple. But nobody's hitting the like button. Nobody's supporting the show. Nobody's supporting the real. You have a lot of fake content creators that cover stories, not because they care. is so that they can exploit the story for personal gain by taking sides. In other words, these men ain't ish. And then you have a bunch of women, because their man whooped their tail, they just conclude that the woman is innocent and the man is a demon. No, the woman and the man is both demons. Because if you listen to the video with the actual story with these two, if you listen to the argument that was going back and forth between them on Facebook Live, it was so toxic. It was disgusting, the things that they were saying, that she had all of these bumps and stuff on her anal area due to all the STDs and all this other mess, and how he was hitting it and other men were hitting it, and she was out there messing around on the low, and just real disgusting, messy. And everybody on Facebook Live enjoying the show, knowing that this woman is about to die. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It wasn't no victims in this situation except for the kids. Yeah. That's why I'm trying to keep the topic balanced, because women that cover the story are just going to focus on how the man is a demon. That's not what we're going to do here. Both of them are toxic. Like I said, I downloaded the video. You know what I mean? I downloaded the video because I want to cover the story, but it's just that the video, it has too much cussing, man. And I don't mind dropping an F-bomb here, or, some explicits here and there, but I just don't like a lot of explicit words in the content, because YouTube is very funny, man. This site don't reward the real. Like, you could be a real content creator that speak from the heart and do real content, report on real news stories, man. It's like YouTube just don't push your videos at all, bro. It's like, it's very frustrating. It's like I work 20 times harder than other content creators. Other content creators can go live, post a video, they got 3,000 people watching. Their commentary sucks. They don't even have a studio. They don't got shit. And it's like, I can put my all into the content and do it as professional as possible, and the algorithm just ignores it purposely. And when that happens, I know why, because it's the devil's system. I'm just in the mix on the devil's system. You get what I mean? It's sort of like you're in the world, but you're not of the world. I'm in the world, but the devil would love to see me dead. So even if I'm on YouTube and I'm doing professional content, professional breakdowns, it's still the devil's sites, So he's going to open the floodgates for his unbelievers, content creators that are really not about nothing. They don't speak no truth. They don't care about nothing. They get all the views, all the hits, everything, and their platforms blow up. But the content creators that put in a substantial amount of work, they don't get no shine. Like, it gets to the point sometimes where I search for my own videos and don't even find them. Like, I'll go and search for them and can't find my own videos. I'm like, damn, where's my video? Well, YouTube shadow banned that. There is such thing as shadow banning. That's why it's up to you folks to hit the like button and share the videos. Don't just listen to what I'm saying. You take the damn video and you share it. You put it on a platform. You share the link. Get it out there, because YouTube is not doing it. And there's going to be more couples that will be unalive. More of you ladies will be dead. More of you men will be dead. Why? Because nobody's paying attention to the messages that are designed to change your life. You understand? This couple was very toxic. And one thing about social media is people love to put all their business on social media. Where was all those ladies that were in the live chat to get her the help she needed? Or to get the guy help he needed? Because both of them suffered from mental illness. Both of them. Not one. She's crazy and he's crazy. The reason why I say the woman is crazy, because this man was on live talking about he beating her ass all the time. And she's smiling, guys. Like, literally, she's in the videos smiling and joking around and laughing. And I'm like, listen, somebody about to die. I'm literally watching the video. I'm like, yo, somebody's about to die. This is not going well. That man was already prepared to crash out. And she was ready and accustomed. Listen, that woman was accustomed to being beaten. She's one of them type of women that got beaten all the time from that man, that it was a joke to her. Meaning she's accustomed to it. Meaning it happens so much. She don't mind being on Facebook Live and getting slapped around. So she represents the majority of women that are in toxic relationships that get beat by a ninja, by a felon, an in and out of prison demon. And these are the kind of men that our women love to deal with. Again, we're talking about Dutchess Díor on Facebook and her estranged husband. He go by the name the Frenchman. These two pretty much are gone, unalived. Shamarcus Jamel Carr, 36 or 37, because the news media got his age all mixed up, of Twin City, Georgia, and his wife, 27-year-old Zaria. What's that middle name? Khadija, I believe it is. Carr went viral after going live on Facebook, exposing each other's secrets. This is what they were doing, guys. They're literally on Facebook Live exposing, I'm talking about messy garbage, demon mess. I'm talking about all the juicy, nasty stuff that people love to hear on social media. They was feeding everybody a whole bunch of BS. I'm talking about from infidelity, sleeping around, she messing around with multiple men, she accusing him of doing dirt, STDs, they passing it around. Everybody got STDs, herpes, possibly HIV, allegedly. But I know in the video, I believe I heard something about herpes or something along them lines. You have domestic violence, love spells. Guys, the man, Shamarcus, was basically accusing her of putting love spells on him, making him lose his mind. These are things that go down in today's relationships, guys. These are things that goes down. They were using witchcraft on each other, love spells, seeing psychics and spell workers to get readings, tarot card readers. The man said he had to go get readings to find out who's fixing him, who's using spells and roots and other things on him. That's how bad and toxic their relationship was, right? So you got love spells and a prison marriages. So their entire relationship was toxic. And what I want to do is use this topic to teach people about how to avoid this kind of mess, especially you ladies, because you love playing the victim and hiding your hand as if though you're just this innocent saint every time you get unalive. And I'm tired of women getting unalive and social media influencers begin to tap dance for views and clicks. Over here, we don't tap dance for views and clicks. I get shadow banned by YouTube. I don't even get the views that I deserve. I should be getting 100,000 views every time I go live. I provide you with the best commentary, the best breakdowns on YouTube, hands down. Nobody else does a better job. And they know. But the algorithm favor people that don't do good jobs. It's sort of like people that are in sports that don't even belong there, but they're making millions of dollars. And you're like, this guy can't even play basketball. How the hell did he get drafted? Well, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. But this particular topic here is a clear reflection of today's modern relationships with a lot of women. A lot of you ladies that are listening to this live right now, you may not like me, but you suffer in silence because you got a man just like this that beat your ass. You got a man just like this that slap you around the house and you take it like a champ and you smile because he providing and he's doing this and it's his place and all this other junk. And you figure you got kids together and you don't want him to unalive you and you live in constant fear. Just like Zaria. This is how you live. And you don't say nothing to nobody, right? You smile because after all, when you go outside, you dressed up, you look good, you got your nice clothes, your purse, you smile, you smell good. Nobody would ever suspect that you're a victim of domestic violence. They would never suspect it. But you got to do better. You ladies got to do better for you and your kids, because these particular kind of demons will crash out. These kind of monsters will crash out. And it doesn't mean that Zaria is not a demon too. So don't get it mixed up, because she did a lot of dirt. Like I said, the video is disgusting. The video is disgusting with them going back and forth. Because at first I kind of just listened to a little bit. I was like, man, I'm tired of this mess. I'm not listening to this garbage. But I said, I got to understand the story. I got to understand. I don't want to go live, because I was supposed to go live yesterday. Like literally, I was supposed to go live yesterday, but I don't do that. I like to listen to the story, find out what's going on. Because some content creators, man, they hear a story and they so thirsty for clicks and views. They just want to rush. Some of these people be thinking they the only one on the internet talking about a story, as if though like it's just exclusive to them. And then you have some, they like, oh, you know, they're copying me and all this mumbo jumbo. No, it's a story. It's open for anybody to talk about, right? When people copy people, we're talking about when you're a content creator, and let's say, for example, I talk about this story, then you have a rival content creator. You see him talk about the story or her talk about the story, and then I jump on to another topic, and then that person copy the same topic. And it's like everything that I do, they do. That is when you're a copycat, because there's a billion stories that are happening every day. There's a million crime stories that are happening every day. So when people are literally following you around like that, they're living vicariously through you. Meaning they don't have no original content. They don't know what to do. And there's a lot of content creators, when they get up, they don't know what to talk about. So they just go to your channel and see what you're doing to get some sort of inspiration. And it goes beyond inspiration. And now it's just them just living through you. So the moral of the story is anybody can talk about the topic. It's about who can break it down the best. And that's why Ringo TV is number one, because we don't cater to one group. We don't cater to women. We don't cater to men. We talk about the topic right down the middle so that we don't focus on the battle of the sexes. We try to give everybody the education needed. This couple should have never been together, but for some reason they had kids, which is a representation of a lot of you folks out there that have kids with people you shouldn't even be with. And now you got this demon that is on Facebook Live. Like, ladies and gentlemen, when I tell you, the video can clearly tell you that somebody's about to die. While I'm watching the video, I'm like, yo, this dude is about to kill her. She just don't know, because she keep laughing and giggling. And right towards the end of the video, when he murdered her, you could tell that he's about to do it. And the crazy thing is the live chat was just entertained. The live chat was entertained, y'all. The live chat was entertained. They was loving the back and forth, man. They was they were in the chat edging it on, man. You people that love drama, bruh, y'all be responsible for killing people, because here's the thing. A lot of you guys, a lot of you ladies that was in that live chat, y'all know Zaria personally. Some of y'all are on her Facebook. Y'all got her phone number. Y'all know where she lived. None of y'all call the police. None of y'all. Y'all watched this happen live. Y'all watched a couple crash out. They were both throwing shots at each other heavy on that live, guys. It was disgusting. It was disgusting, man. I'm talking about things nobody want to talk about. They were just airing out all the dirty laundry. And it got to the point where she was about to air out something else. And he said, you better not. You better not. You do, you gonna die. He was telling her. And she kept, he just can't handle the truth, y'all. He don't want me to bring out the tea and the receipts. And I'm like, wow. And then he just killed her. He just killed her, man. Everybody that was on the Facebook Live, man, was edging it on. You had somebody that was on the phone or something that was, I guess maybe she was associated with Zari. I don't know if she was on the phone or she was, I don't know, maybe somebody that was on a computer or something. And you can hear her in the background when the dude said he's going to kill her. It sounds like if Zaria's friend or whoever that woman was, maybe it's a family member or something, she was like, oh, no, no, no. Like you could tell she got serious. It went from joking to serious. Like she knew her friend was about to die. You know, and then you see it looked like the guy must have grabbed her, started beating her up. And, you know, he basically did her in. All on live for the people to be entertained. And the people sat back and watched in horror as he unalived his wife on Facebook Live for your entertainment. I hope everybody was pleased with her death. I hope everybody was satisfied. The lust of blood. I hope that the sacrifice of her shedding blood and being bruised and battered, I hope that made you feel better. I hope the entertainment was soothing. I hope that that episode of Internet Flix was better than your Netflix subscription. Because nowadays, social media is better than Netflix. People come to social media because they want real content. They want content of people crashing out. I bet you if they had a crash out show that show nothing but crash outs, you will subscribe and sign up. And I think they have probably like 2 kids. I'm not sure, but I believe they have 2 kids because I see a photo here where she's pregnant and there's a young boy in a photo. And again, I'm doing more videos about this later on. I want to cover this story because I want to bring awareness to these type of domestic violence issues so that you good people out there can avoid crashing out. Because a lot of us be in relationships and we go through ups and downs. We have issues in the home. Maybe your woman said something to you that's out of pocket. Maybe you said something to her that's out of pocket. And before you know it, you got a woman hitting on you, or you might have your man hitting on you. It's just real sick, man. Yeah, they put witchcraft on each other. It's just a nasty situation, man. This is why when I make videos about witches and warlocks and I tell you about how you have demonic content creators that be doing witchcraft and they put spells on their viewers. This is why you good people that are watching the show, I'm trying to help you and you just don't want the help. I am telling you, there is such thing about demon people, demonic people that put spells on viewers. You got content creators that do witchcraft on other content creators, putting spells on their viewers. You got relationships where you have women putting love spells, demonic spells on their partner, and it end up making their partner go out there and cheat. Because remember, you're dancing with the devil. So the results that you want, it may happen for a little bit, and then the guy end up going out there messing around with a bunch of women. And the devil is doing all of that because he want you to crash out. So they were both cheating on each other. She was getting her back blown out by different dudes, low key. And she had STDs. He had STDs. He said, I know I got something. I know I got something. And he was pissed off. And she was taking everything for a joke. She was taking everything for a joke. I'm reading some stuff on a website. Somebody says, wow, this dude wrote up all the tea. This is what people love, guys. They love the tea. That's what they love, the tea. You know? Somebody wrote, they were not a good match for each other or anyone else. I peeped. There was also an age difference between them, and people said he mentioned he had roots put on him, and he did the same to her after finding out. Love magic. And I'm reading this on, I believe it's, what website is this? This is Lipstick Alley. right? Just for the record. Where we at? Let me get back to where we were. Lost the post that I was reading. Because this is crazy. They were literally putting roots on each other's, guys. Okay, here we go. So it says they were using love magic. It says, I'm assuming, but also something else to make him need her in a way. I don't know. Yeah, all of that is witchcraft. All of that type of stuff is witchcraft. When people put these spells on you, it's designed to keep you coming back to the relationship. That's what it's designed to do. You know, so you have to be really careful with that type of stuff, because a lot of people use love spells and various other things to control you. You know what I mean? They use these things to control you, to keep you coming back, and it can be very, very sick. You know, because some of these guys, they get so addicted to you that the love spell or whatever spell they put on you, it makes them extremely jealous. So it's beyond just him, I guess, coming back home or always being there. Now it's one of them things where it's like he's obsessed with you. He's obsessed. Now he can't live without you. Now if he see you just crossing the street, he's ready to crash out. He don't want nobody to be around you. And some women be using these particular spells on men because they want the man to be attracted to her. And sometimes the spell will work. He'll be attracted to you for a minute. He'll be around you. He'll be cuddling with you, you know, similar to how that photo looked. And women use these particular spells. And then when they use it, the guy end up putting spells on her. So the person goes on and it says, they're assuming, but but also something else to make him need her in some type of way. It's also alleged that he won some money from a lawsuit and she ran through the money. And they also cheated on each other. There was a lot revealed on the live from both ends. And it was just entirely too much. And it was too much. It was too much to take in. You know, like how when you watching a movie, like, for example, the movie Straw that's on Netflix. I got to do a review on that. You know, that was my first time ever watching a Tyler Perry film, ever. And I must say it was very good. It's a very, very good film. I got to do a breakdown of that. But getting back to the topic, it goes on and it says that, and when I do my breakdown, spoiler alert, because I'm going to talk about the whole movie. So if you ain't see it, then, hey, that's your problem. Don't watch. But getting back to this, it says that he came into some money from a lawsuit and she ran through the money. And they also cheated on each other. There was a lot revealed on the live from both ends. It was entirely too much. However, let me see. It goes on and says, this is way too common that people were laughing at them bickering. That's the part, guys, that I want you to get. In that live, people were laughing and giggling back and forth to them crashing out, guys. They were crashing out and people were laughing, taking it for a joke. This was not a joke. I knew that lady was going to die. I knew it, man. I knew she was going to die. It says, however, this was way too common and people were laughing at them bickering. She has stuff on her Facebook page that allege to her putting hands on him as well. So this was not just a one-side domestic violence situation. And it wasn't. Both of them were toxic, guys. Both of them. You understand? He was putting hands on her and she was putting hands on him. Both of them. It's sad, though, because she was a mother and had just welcomed their first child. Together. So I guess she probably had a previous child already. She probably was a single mom when she got with him. Or maybe he probably had a kid. I don't know. I didn't dive into all of their personal business like that. I'm just reporting the news. I saw the person went on and says, I saw they were married. It says let me not assume it was mentioned that it was a love magic. Every time he tried to leave, she'd have someone do something to him and make him lose out on money. The live was crazy. And yeah, they would listen. The way this live was going on, and she was laughing at it too, guys, which means she know that she was putting the love spells on him to sabotage his money. Meaning anytime he tried to do something and start making money or whatever the case is, the spells would come in and sabotage it, and it would make him stay with her. A lot of sick stuff, man. This is why I'm telling you, when you in these relationships, man, you need to know who you with, guys. You could be with a damn demon that's putting spells on you. You thinking you in love. You not in love. It's a demon that's on you. It's a spell. You're not even in love with this person. They got you under a spell, man. You know? Let me see what else I can find from this. Somebody says, I hate these type of stories, bro. This is some dark, twisted ish. Oh my God. Just wow. Now, people say they hate topics like this, but if you saw all the people that was on the live, all the people that was on the live was loving it. They were laughing and giggling. Like I said, I'm going to review the video, guys. I'm going to review the video. I'm going to try to edit the video before I review it, because the video have too much explicit content, too much explicit words, and I don't want that stuff to be on my platform like that. YouTube is very strict with their guidelines. It's very sketchy and edgy, and you got to tread lightly when you deal with these type of topics, man. Like even down to titling your video, you got to know how to title it so that the algorithm won't damn shadow ban you. It's weird. You know, I really wish that YouTube had more flexibility when it comes to topics where you could just share the truth, man, the way it is. You know what I mean? Like, come on now, we're adults. We're not kids. You know what I mean? Like, people need to take control over their social medias and let people express themselves so we could get the topic out there full force the way we need to, rather than just walking on eggshells and stuff. It just limits the content creation. It's like, it doesn't make sense. I want to be able to just flow. You know, it's like you can't. You know, and that's why a lot of people go to X, because over there you could just go there and just say what you want to say and do what you want to do and show the real. And it's like, you could literally show her getting killed, and they just leave a video there, and it's like, it's crazy. But it makes for good content when you're showing the truth, you know? So it goes on and it says, people were, like, a lot of people was concerned about the dog. Somebody said that poor little doggy, that poor baby, the kid. I saw the baby bottle. Somebody said, I'm glad, what? Somebody said in the comments, they glad both of they ASSs is gone. Now think about this, guys. Both of them were unalived. Somebody in the comments said, I'm glad they're dead. I'm telling you, man, when you are online crashing out, people enjoy it. That's why it's not good to have social media beef. That's why it's not good to bring your personal relationships to social media. Even if you got a toxic relationship with a woman, or perhaps you're a woman and you got a toxic baby father, a toxic boyfriend, it's never a good idea to come on social media to air him out. The best thing you can do is leave that relationship. Look, ladies, you got to leave the relationship, because if you be honest, if you really be honest, ladies, look, I know you don't like me. I get it. You don't like me because when I talk about issues and I bring up you ladies, the first thing you want to do is play the victim. Look, you got to recognize that you're toxic too. If you're in a domestic situation where you're being beaten, right? You got to take accountability for this stuff. Nobody likes to talk about this on social media because they lose followers, they lose earnings, people don't support them, because on social media, again, a lot of content creators are fake. I'm the only platform that keep it real with you people. But for some reason, you think that I'm being fake. I'm being real. Content creators are hustling you. When you have stories like this and they take sides, they're hustling you. They're going to play on your emotions. They're going to tell you stuff like, you know, these men out here, they're just horrible. They're horrible. And what that does, it makes a lot of women come into the live and they be like, yeah, thank you for talking. You know, these men are and they just focus on the man being the problem, even though the woman is toxic. They never talk negative of the woman because, again, they're trying to make money. You get it? So they're going to tell you what you want to hear. Over here, I am not doing that. I'm going to hold both parties accountable. The man is toxic and the woman is toxic. Like I said, I'm going to cover the video later on. I'm going to do my edits to, I guess, silence the explicit because it's too much, man. The video is flooded with bombs and F-bombs and cussing and just explicit things. And it's just too much. It's too much. You know what I mean? And I ain't going to sit here for an hour or two for nothing. And then YouTube damn near shadow ban my entire video and I waste my time. It don't make no sense. You know what I mean? So I want to make sure that I prepare and prep the video for social media purposes, you know? But it's sick. It is sick. The things that I was hearing, I couldn't believe they were airing it out. I'm like, damn. It's like they became famous after dying. All of these social media influencers are literally dying and becoming superstars in hell. They're dying and going to hell, ladies and gentlemen. They're becoming viral in death. In other words, they were not going viral before. In death, they go viral. It's sick. And that's what's happening right now, guys. You know? So now the children are left to themselves, probably going to go into social services. Perhaps a family member may take them. But I don't know, man. This is a real toxic story, guys. Somebody else said, he also stated in one of the videos that he beat her ASS so much she ran out the house butt naked and reported him to the police. He followed her to the station and ended fleeing the scene, which led to him being on the run. You see that? Real sick stuff, guys. He literally talked about this in a video, so that he would beat her up so bad that she would run out the house naked. You see that? And she would stay there. She would stay with him. The question we have to focus on is why women stay with men that are like that. It's because they're the same way, guys, and that's the truth. The truth is women who are in these type of situations are not victims. I don't want to hear that. You are a willing participant in a toxic relationship, and the only way you try to make yourself look like a saint is by playing the victim. Because we make the man out to be the aggressor. The man is the problem. The man. He's beating her. No, she was beating him too. She was just as toxic. She was using witchcraft and spell work and all sorts of stuff and airing out all his business on live for the world to see. Embarrassing him, playing him, sleeping around with other men, getting her back door opened up. Imagine you're on Facebook Live and talking about how you have your STDs on your anal area. This is what they were talking about, guys. Like, she's on live talking about this. About, oh, yeah, I had these bumps and it was pussy and this. And he was explaining it. He was like, yeah, it's like how when you pop a pimple and blah, blah, blah. And it was like disgusting stuff, man. On live, y'all. On live. And everybody was giggling and laughing like, oh, that's crazy, man. Yo, that's wild, bro. And she was like, yeah, but you like licking it with the herpes. And I'm like, nah, bro. Like, what the hell, man? Entertainment, bro. That's how sick social media got, bro. That's how sick social media is. Now people just crash out and kill each other now. You know? Somebody said they beat on each other. The last video, the last live is gone, but that's the one I literally saw. And when he threatened her, she started smiling and laughing and continued arguing with him. That's what I'm saying, bro. When I saw that part, I was like, what? This man threatened to kill her, and she started laughing, yo. It was a joke to her. It's like they had mental illness and they were just crazy. Bro, I don't know what's the matter with people, man. I really believe a lot of people are mentally out of their minds. You see them on social media and you think that they're normal. They're not normal, guys. They're lost. Their minds are gone. The man said he's going to kill her. And she started laughing and giggling and smiling, guys. She started laughing, giggling, and smiling. Yeah, crazy stuff. It goes on and it says someone also dug up another video of her, but it was like a short reel where she admitted she had fought him that day and was scared he would want to fight again. However, she was the one who started that fight in particular. These types of dynamics are never good because it's like every fight becomes more extreme. Not that they should have happened or this should have happened at all, but I think it's like an adrenaline rush for people. They make up, rinse, wash, repeat. Yes, and that's what keeps them together. So that particular person who wrote that, you're exactly right. In other words, what they're basically saying is, you ever had or heard about those toxic relationships where a man and a woman would fight and then it's like after fighting, they would go have sex. It's like make up sex. And it's like, that's the woman's way of feeling like the man lover. In other words, they would argue first, say disgusting things about each other, hurtful things. She would start to cry. He would beat her up. And then he would come apologize, hug her, and then they would get it in and have some good sex. And in her mind, that makes her feel loved. And she does this over and over. She'll provoke the man to beat her ass, bro. Literally, that's how she get off. Weirdo stuff, crazy. You know? And shout out to everybody coming in the building. Be sure to hit the like button, guys. Hit that like button. We got 258 in the building. We need 258 likes, guys. Y'all be doing me dirty, man. Y'all really be doing me dirty, man. I don't know what it is with you folks, bro. It's like you'll go to other platforms, you hit the like before they even begin. You hit the like button. How much times I got to tell you guys? When we do these kind of topics, YouTube works off of likes. I am not asking you for a like because I like seeing likes. That is how the video get pushed into the algorithm so more people can come over. This is a serious topic. The amount of information I just finished sharing can change your whole life. And guess what? Another couple is going to die. You know why? Because nobody's hitting the like button. Nobody's sharing the video. So there's going to be another couple that's going to die. I hope you're happy about that. I hope you're happy about that. Because when we do these topics, you'll come on by, you sit there in the clouds, you listening to the shows, you're enjoying the commentary, but it's like you don't want me to move the video through the algorithm. That's hate, guys. Come on now. That's hate. What are you watching me for? What are you listening for? If you're listening to the topic, obviously it's engaging. You're listening to it, you're interested in the story, you're here. Okay, hit the like button. Obviously, you like something, or else you wouldn't be here. But to be here, listening, and then you're just like, well, I'm going to hate at the same time. I don't like this guy, but I like listening to him, but I hate him at the same time. That's weird stuff, man. That's weird stuff, you know? So let me get back to the topic. So it says that this pretty much shouldn't have happened. But it's like an adrenaline rush. And that's how it be in a lot of relationships. People get an adrenaline rush off of domestic violence. They get an adrenaline rush. Some guys like choking their woman. And some women like being choked. It makes them feel good. Weird stuff, guys. They love it. That's how they get off, man. Let me see. Let me see where we at. Somebody says, I saw this on Twitter, and apparently he was arrested years ago for shooting in a club. I feel sorry for the kids. So again, the guy, he's in and out of prison, shooting people, beating up his woman, domestic violence, all sorts of stuff, cheating, everything is going on in this relationship. It's really toxic. Cheating on both sides. You know what I'm saying? She was cheating, he was cheating, everybody was doing dirt, they online. Basically, they were exposing each other's mess. They were literally taking turns exposing one another. And I'm like, y'all doing this for the audience. Like we care. Imagine two people, a couple, a husband and a wife, exposing each other on Facebook Live, telling everybody their secrets, all the dirt that each other has done for the audience that don't even know them. That's so sick and toxic. What did they expect to come out of that? What did they expect to happen? Come on now. Again, if you're joining on the show right now and you're probably wondering what's going on, we're talking about the Frenchman. The Frenchman on Facebook, the Frenchman and his wife, Dutchess Díor. Dutchess Díor. And it's so crazy, guys. After the Frenchman died, right, his followers went up. That's so sick. Guys, put a 1 in the chat if you know about the story and you went to their Facebook pages and you noticed that their followers went up by almost 20,000 each. Because based on what I'm seeing, because I got like a screenshot, it says that his followers was at 9,900. And then I went to his actual Facebook. Now his followers is at 29,000. That's toxic. So you mean to tell me people are following a dead man? Over 20,000 people followed the husband after he died. Guys, that's toxic. That means that after people die, they become famous. So they finally got their big break. Both of them got their big break. This is sick, man. Absolutely sick. Absolutely sick, guys. Let me see this thing real quick. Let me do this. All right. Because I want to check. I want to check the woman's page. Let me see if I could do this real fast. I want to check her page, Dutchess, because I got a bunch of screenshots and stuff, but I didn't check her actual page. So let me go look at her page and see what's going on. Let me kind of look it up. Give me a minute because, you know, I got to look for her page. Okay. Dutchess Díor. Let's see. Dutchess Díor. I want to see how much followers she got now. She probably got more than him because you know how that go. Okay, I found her page. She got 25,000 followers now, guys. That's toxic. They each gain over 20,000 followers after their death. Why would people be following their page? So I'm on her page now, guys. And my apologies for just having the still image on the screen, guys. It's just that this is a break-in story, and I just want to cover it straight. I'm going to do another video with this later on. I'm going to break down the actual video. I'm pretty sure some of you probably seen it. Maybe some of you didn't see it. But we're talking about Dutchess Díor and her husband. You know what I'm saying? The Frenchman, he pretty much unalived his wife on Facebook Live after a dispute. They were literally arguing back and forth, throwing shade, throwing dirt. We're talking about a toxic couple that was using witchcraft and spell work and magic on each other. They were using dark arts on each other. They both allegedly contracted STDs, possibly from each other due to infidelity, her cheating on him cheating on her. They were talking about some gruesome, disgusting things where it is alleged that her back door anal area was getting bust open, possibly by somebody else, and she contracted herpes and various other venereal diseases. And he described what it looked like because he said, yeah, I had to check her and find out what's going on. And she had all these bumps, and it was like, you know, like how when you pop a pimple, and it was like all over her anal area. And they're talking about this on live, y'all, for the world. Like, it's just sad, man, disgusting. And she's smiling on live. And I'm like, bro, take this down. Why? And they were just going into all sorts of gruesome stuff, man. A lot of stuff. Because at first, I kind of peeped just a little bit of the video. And then I said, you know what? Let me kind of listen to the video. And as I'm listening to the video, I'm like, damn, bro. This is a toxic relationship, right? So let me go back to Dutchess' page. Again, guys, I'm going to do a video about the breakdown of the actual video. I'm kind of just going through her page, looking at some stuff. Her last post a day ago, it says, somebody tell me how this boy getting all my texts and calls. Well, because it's connected to the computer. If you have an iPhone, that iPhone can be connected to your computer. And what happened is your calls are coming in on the computer, which means when you're receiving calls on your phone, it's also going to your computer. So if he have access to the home computer, that is how he's gaining access to the calls. You understand? Literally, he could gain access to your text messages, your phone calls. It all comes up on the phone, even down to videos, chats, everything. That's why you got to watch out. When you have your phone linked to your home computer, it can be very dangerous. It can be very dangerous, guys. Again, shout out to everybody coming into the building. Be sure to hit the like button, guys. I really appreciate those that actually hit the like button. We need your support over here because the algorithm pretty much is shadow banning us from reaching people. I'm breaking down the story of another social media couple on a live on Facebook Live due to a horrible dispute that transpired a day ago. And it was so toxic. It was just demonic. And the sad part about it, ladies and gentlemen, is everybody was loving it. People were cheering on. They were laughing. They were giggling. It was like, y'all crazy, yo, y'all wilding, yo. Everybody was entertained. And all the red flags was there that somebody was going to kill somebody. To tell you the truth, guys, I didn't know who was going to kill who because she was looking crazy in the video. She was laughing and giggling. This man said, yeah, I would beat her up. I would beat her ass. I would do this. I would do that. And I'm like, yo, he's literally telling everybody in the public. What man does that? What man comes on live and say he beats his woman on live and think that that's cool? That's what was going on, guys. Because, again, when the story broke, I was supposed to go live with it. But I didn't want to just come out with the live premature without having some concrete knowledge of what took place, because then I'll be doing you good viewers a disservice. I wouldn't be doing my content appropriately. So I had to get some knowledge of the case. So later on, I'm going to break down the video and we're going to go through it. We're going to comb through the video, guys. It's a lengthy video. We're going to comb through it. I can't show everything else that transpired, but, you know, it's so funny, man. And not funny in the sense of funny, but I'm saying it's crazy how people are just dying on live now. People are literally dying on live. Couples are dying. We just had the other death of the YouTube couple that got gunned down in Vegas. And then we had the other YouTuber that shot them to death. All the red flags were there. But yet people was edging it on. In this particular case with Dutchess Díor, they were edging that on too. The live chat, they were edging it on, y'all. They were edging it on. People were edging it on. They were cheering. They were laughing. They were giggling. They were so entertained by them literally violating each other verbally. It was a verbal assault. You know what I mean? I'm kind of combing through some of her posts because There's so much to go through. And it's so sad that once you're dead, your Facebook is there and everybody could go through your Facebook and learn different things. It's crazy, guys. Absolutely crazy. Even with the husband, his Facebook is still there. You can literally go there. He literally tell people, I'm about to go live in a minute. Y'all, it's story time. So that was his final words before the live. It's really crazy, man. I think he's supposed to be a dog breeder or something along those lines, a French bulldog breeder. And yeah, man, this is wild. This is a wild one, guys. A very, very serious topic. And the point of this topic, guys, is to help you good people out there that may be in situations like this. For example, some of you ladies that are in the audience, you might be in a situation like this and don't know what to do. You might be with a toxic man, or perhaps you're a man and you're with a toxic woman, or perhaps both of you are toxic and you got kids and you're trying to figure out, what do I need to do? Well, you need to leave. You need to leave. You need to get the help that's needed. Because in these type of cases, we always want to blame somebody and make somebody a victim. In domestic situations like this, both parties are toxic. And that's the moral of the story. I'm tired of people taking sides in domestic violence issues. Both the man and the woman are toxic. Let's stop sugarcoating these stories as if though, oh, he's beating her up and he's abusing her. No, that's like the so-called Cassie and Diddy situation. Cassie already knew who Diddy was. Cassie already knew Diddy's a freak. Cassie already knew. You understand? She was a willing participant in all the freak-offs. She said she liked to get fucked by different men. She said she couldn't wait to throw her legs back to take pipe. She loved gargling nuts. She loved it, guys. It's all in her testimony. It was all in the text messages, all in the voicemails, all in the emails. We did videos on this. Cassie is a willing participant. She wasn't a victim. You understand? The whole Diddy case is a flop. That man is going to walk. I told you guys already, Diddy is not going to jail. He's not going to prison. Right now, his case is looking way better for him. He's going to walk. And all those people that are testifying against him, all of that stuff is just a situation to just bring down another black man. Similar to what they've always been doing. And again, they tried to take down Jay-Z in the same way and it failed. You see what I mean? It's hunting season for men that got money. Even if you don't agree with Diddy, Diddy has always been a freak and people always been going to the freak offs. And the last time I checked, when has it ever been a crime to be a freak? When has it ever been a crime to get some head? When has it ever been a crime to fuck? It's not a crime. If Diddy like baby oil, if Diddy like freak offs, that's his damn problem. You know what I'm saying? That's his issue. I don't care about that. He's in his house. He's not bothering nobody, right? It is what it is. Now, I'm not into all of that other freaky stuff where he have men, banging out his woman and him watching. But at the end of the day, if that's his cup of tea, then that's his cup of tea. If he likes seeing other men stroke his woman and nut on her face and see her gargle balls, that's his issue. But is it a crime? No. And if it was a crime, why all of those guys that was effing her, how come they're not charged with grape? How come they're not charged with, beating her and abusing her? What about all those people that said they brought drugs to Diddy? How come they're not being charged with smuggling and bringing drugs and illegal substances? How come Diddy's the only one? How could Diddy be the only one in a RICO case? Come on, man. It's a whole joke. So just like that's a joke, Cassie was a willing participant. This woman was a willing participant in this relationship to this man. So I'm not going to spin this story as if though, oh, he's just a horrible man. Ladies, y'all need to avoid men like this. No, it's not just one-sided. It's both. Guys need to avoid women like her, and women need to avoid men like him. On this platform, we are fair and balanced. That's how we move. Both of them were basically beating on each other. He might have beat her more, but she was beating on him too. And she's the one who started the argument based on all the reports. Based on all the reports, she started the arguments. And then it just escalated. And then once it got on Facebook Live, everybody was edging it on. It was the worst I've seen. I've seen a lot of arguments online of people doing their dirt, but this one was disgusting. It was nasty. And she smiled. She liked getting abused, guys. Weird stuff. She liked it. And he had no problem talking about it publicly, which means it was nothing to him. It was so easy for him to talk about beating his woman. It was as if though everybody does that. The way he was talking was as if though it's normal. Like, come on, guys. Y'all know how we be beating our women. That's how he was talking. He was talking as if though this is normal. You would think a man would be afraid to say those things. Like he's going to lose followers. He's going to lose viewers. But no, he gained 20,000 viewers, guys. Before these two crashed out. Before these two crashed out. Because it's not just him who crashed out and killed her first. But they were both crashing out during the whole live. He went and unalived himself afterwards. You know? So it's just really, really bad, bro. It's just really, really sick. It makes no sense. It makes no sense, guys. Ladies, if you're being abused, you got to leave the relationship. Even if you're toxic, you got to go. You got to separate yourself. Tell your family, tell your friends, look, I'm in a toxic relationship. I believe my life is in danger. I don't think I'm going to live to see next week. I need your help now. Because she said it. She literally said it on a post, guys. Let me see if I can find it. Again, I'm going to do another video later on about this. She made a post that said, I really don't know what to do, but I need help before I lose my life or freedom. My kids need me. That's what she posted. And somebody came in, probably one of her friends, says, what I told you. What I told you, Dutchess Díor. And Dutchess came back in and she was like, I know, but this mother effer done got on the dumb-ish. So if I die, somebody need to know. She's literally saying all of this stuff, guys. She's literally saying all of this stuff. It's crazy. Let me go back here and look at this thing. This is some wild stuff, man. Wild stuff. You had some people that was praying for her. Some people prayed. Somebody's like, I pray I never get attached to someone who ain't for me again. For me again. Dutchess was like, I'm glad I could pay for whatever I want. This is just crazy, man. I gotta go through her Facebook page. I don't have Facebook, but I gotta pretty much sign up and go through her Facebook page, because you know, like how when you scroll through Facebook, it kind of tell you gotta sign in. So I gotta sign up and pretty much do what I need to do. Let me see. Isn't tomorrow's Forever Studios birthday? That's tomorrow. It's tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow we're gonna go live. You know what I'm saying? Unless Forever Studios want to go live. Like, how you want to do this, fam? Like, because, you know, you can always go live on your platform and I could just promote it so that people can come over to your platform. That way, your platform, you know, pretty much people can show up over there. Similar to how when Ethereal birthday came around and I told everybody go to her platform. You know what I mean? So it's pretty much how you want to do it, because I could go live and do a quick birthday video, or people can pull up on your platform and do it that way. It all depends. Let me see. Okay. You said you will do a short live, but I'd rather you go live. All right. You could do that. Yeah. Shout out to all the Geminis. You know what I'm saying? I'm learning a lot of other people are Geminis, man. There's a lot of Geminis. That's crazy. Because my birthday was on the 1st of June. And you know what I'm saying? That video was lit. But yeah, guys, this is crazy, man. Shout out to Alexandra for the support, sponsoring the show. Appreciate you supporting the work. I don't know why this thing. Wait a minute. Something ain't right, guys. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me ask you guys a question. Are you guys hearing the music in the background? Something ain't right. Wait a minute. Am I bugging? Something's wrong with my audio. Could people even hear me? What? Hold up. Wait a minute. Oh, snap. You said there's no music? So you only hear my voice? Yo, this is wild. I knew something was wrong. You said we can hear you, but no music. You can't hear that music right there? You said you can hear music. This is crazy. Hold on, let me check my settings because I think I forgot to set something. Oh, I did forget to set something. Let me see. How about now? This is crazy. I don't even think my microphone was on, man. This is crazy. So hold up. So was my voice the same, or was you hearing like a poor quality voice, poor quality audio? Because I forgot to turn on my Rodecaster audio, so I don't even know if this audio was. So you said the voice was the same. Oh, okay. Because that's the main thing, is the voice. Because people will forgive the video quality if the video quality sucks, but the audio got to be good. If the audio is poor, people will be pissed off. Okay, so that means the music wasn't playing in the background. Yeah, my bad. I forgot the setting on my computer. I forgot to turn it on for the Rodecaster Pro. So it's set now. I had it set for the monitor to pick up the audio. Okay, so I realized that because I was shouting out Alexandra for the $50 support, and I click the applause. Now you can hear the applause now. When I had clicked it, I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it at all. I was like, what the heck is going on? You know? Somebody said music has been playing, but soft music. Oh, okay. Yeah, I like that particular background music because it adds a vibe to the story. Yeah, so in case you're joining in, guys, we are talking about another Facebook couple. Well, not another Facebook couple, but another social media couple. Pretty much are unalive. I got to watch the words that I use because, man, I tell you, social media is weird. They were unalived. Well, the husband unalived his wife, and the husband unalived himself due to a dispute where the wife was about to air out something dirty. And right before she was about to air it out, he decided to take her out. They were pretty much throwing each other under the bus the whole time. They were revealing dirty secrets, just dirty stuff. I'm going to review the video later. I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to kind of break it down. I'm going to try to. I'm still contemplating doing it because the video is horrible. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like that kind of poison on my platform, to be honest with you guys. Like, I really don't, you know, because it's like, it's just really toxic. They were just going back and forth. It's just not something good. You know what I mean? Because the way they were cursing each other out and talking with a lot of explicit stuff, nasty stuff, spell work, witchcraft, putting magic on people, cheating, STDs. People were getting venereal diseases, herpes. People had herpes in their anus. People had herpes here, and just nasty work, man. Disgusting. It's like, I don't know. I might. I might talk about it. I might. Because it's just toxic, man. It really is toxic. I gotta see how it is, man, before I make that move. But guys, this particular story is really sick. And we're in a time right now where people are really crashing out. People are really crashing out on Facebook Live, on YouTube, Instagram, and they're becoming famous overnight. They're literally becoming famous. She gained 20,000 followers and he gained 20,000 followers on their Facebook pages after they died. People are following their pages, and they're following their pages so that they can see stuff that they couldn't see before. It's really sick. Let me see if I can find a news article with this. Let me see. Because there might be a news report about it. Let me see if this is a news report. Well, it's on the news. They already have it out there on the news. They're talking about it. It happened on June 14th, in case anybody want to know. June 14th, this particular situation happened. It says, Georgia Bureau of Investigation is conducting an investigation into the death of a 27-year-old Zaria Khadija Carr of Twin City, GA, following a domestic disturbance call. According to the release, on the evening of June 14th, around 9:30 p.m., law enforcement responded to the 100 block of 5th Avenue in Twin City. Officers from the Twin City Police Department, Emmanuel County Sheriff Office, and Emmanuel County EMS arrived to find Zaria unconscious. So it appears that he must have beaten the crap out of her, beat her to death. Right? She was later pronounced dead at the scene. So when in the video, when we saw her get attacked, that is when he probably grabbed her, started choking her and beating her up, probably just pounded her head into the ground. You know, it says authorities soon discovered that Zaria's husband, 36-year-old Shamarcus Jamel Carr, and her 2021 Dodge Challenger were missing. An alert was issued for the vehicle, which was later located in Wayne County. Just after 11 p.m., when deputies attempted to stop the car, Shamarcus was found inside and died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. After being transported to a local hospital. Moments before their deaths, they were reportedly on Facebook Live having a dispute. The Wayne County Sheriff's Office is handling the investigation into Shamarcus Carr's death, while the GBI continues to investigate Zaria's. An autopsy will be conducted by the GBI Medical Examiner's Office. So, yeah, man, this was really a bizarre situation. A bizarre relationship, love triangle, death filled with witchcraft, spell work, STDs, anything you could imagine that would tick people off. That relationship had all the red flags of a disaster waiting to happen. Absolutely sick. So you ladies, you men, if you're in a situation like this, you need to get out. You need to get help. You need to separate before somebody unalive themselves. Because a lot of times these guys, they'll crash out, take out their frustration, kill their wife. A lot of black women been getting unalived by men lately. A lot. And you have a lot of men that been abused by their woman, possibly killed too. And this is a sickness that's going on. It seems as if though people cannot work their issues out, so they just kill each other. And they're doing it on Facebook Live. They're doing it on YouTube, on Instagram. They're going live and then unaliving themselves. Like, it's crazy. Like, social media has really turned into a mess. One big mess, guys. You know? So you're saying that they were unalived. So Donald Trump's birthday was the 14th? So he's a Gemini too. Wow. This is the month of Geminis here, man. You know? Shout out to all the Geminis in the building. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to all the Aquarius ladies, wherever you are. All the Aquarius women. Let me see. Whatchamacallit. Yeah, guys. So, again, if you're in a situation like this, you want to recognize the red flags and you want to get out of it. Because a lot of times when women are being abused, they're accustomed to being abused. Zaria was smiling throughout the video, laughing every time he made threats. And I knew something was, I was waiting to see when he was going to punch her in the face because he was so close to her. And I'm like, damn, he's about to swing on her, man. She don't realize what's about to happen. And she just kept edging him on, saying some more dirt. And it's almost like she was just throwing shade at him to get him hype. She was saying some diabolical things on that live, man. I'm like, nah, man, y'all got to get this off social media, man. This is gonna send somebody over the edge, bro. Like, this can't be online, bro. Right, listen, right at the end of the video, before she got unalived, I knew she was gonna die, guys. I saw it coming. I saw it when she was like, the guy was like, put it down. If you do it, I'm gonna kill you. You're gonna die. Right then, his voice, his tone, it switched up. I knew it was over. And I was like, man, she's about to die. And she giggled, she laughed. It was almost like she didn't take him serious. And next minute, he rushed her. And just, man, he beat her to the pulp, bro. Beat her to a pulp. I don't know if he shot her because the media ain't saying that. But he definitely beat her to a pulp. Because you saw, like, the camera, like she grabbed the camera or whatever the case is. I don't know if it's a computer or whatever. But he didn't want her to reveal something. She was about to say something else. I don't know what else she was going to say, but she was about to say something else, and he just got enough. He said enough is enough, you know? He says, I'm trying to figure out why she snatched his phone. Yeah, because he wanted his phone back. That's why she got unalive. He was saying, give me my phone back. So I don't know what was on the phone or what was going on, but, you know, it's just crazy that they decided to take their argument to social media for the people to be entertained. This is why I keep saying this entertainment stuff with social media, man, is toxic. People will literally go live. Listen, if I'm in the street walking around, I'm not going live. I did that a couple of times, and I don't feel right doing it. It just feels weird. It really don't feel right doing that because you're literally dropping your location when you go live in the streets. It don't make no sense. I don't recommend any influencer, content creator, or even if you're not a content creator, if you're just somebody on Facebook and you like to go live every now and then, maybe you do content every now and then, you don't consider yourself a content creator, but you kind of do Facebook Live or whatever, don't do that outside. You know what I mean? No, he dead. He's dead. He unalive himself. You know what I'm saying? You said Kanye's a Gemini too? Seems like all them Geminis is talented. You know what I'm saying? I just learned that LaTruth, I believe he's a Gemini. I'm not sure if Kev is too. I'm not sure. I kind of caught like a little short video where I guess it was his birthday the other day or something. Seemed like all the Geminis are out here. Yeah, so man, I'm gonna talk about this more later on, guys. You might hear other people talking about the story. My job is to basically try to break it down to be fair and balanced. I don't want to take sides, because a lot of content creators, they're going to take sides. You're going to have men, they're going to take sides with the guy, and you have women, they're going to take sides for the woman. Both of these individuals were both toxic, both of them. Anybody that watched the live, anybody that watched that horrific situation would know that both of them were gone. Both of them were crashing out. They were crashing out on live. Crashing out. It's content. Don't get me wrong. It's content, because it's like, man, that was a front row seat to a show. Imagine two people crashing out on social media live, airing out all their dirty laundry for the public, and you getting a front row seat watching them crash out. It was entertainment for people. It's sad. I'm not saying it's a good thing to do. I recommend you don't do that. Get help. I think that live is what caused her to get killed, because the people were edging it on. Again, people were in the chat edging on the mess. You know? It was just sick. Let me see. Said, this reminds me of Brianna. That's what she did to LaTruth. But see, that's what can make people crash out. You see what I mean? All this Facebook live, going live, airing out your business and just going crazy. That can send somebody over the edge, because it's like the world don't need to know all your business like that. They don't. And the sad thing about this, guys, it's like our people do that the most. Our people love going live, doing this. They love it. I don't see nobody else doing this type of stuff, man. I mean, of course you have isolated situations, but it's like our people love doing this mess. Yeah, it was a lot of witchcraft in their relationships, herpes, cheating, gaslighting. It was just a lot of mess. It was disgusting. It was disgusting, man. Talking about herpes on her butt. That was just disgusting. Messy. Nobody needs to know about all that mess. Keep that stuff to yourself. Go and heal. Go see a doctor. Cleanse yourself. But don't come on social media airing out that, you know, you had anal pus and bumps on your anal. And, you know, that, man, I tell you, bro, like some things just don't. Yeah, and then he licked the bumps. That's just, man, yo, that I can't even undo listening to that mess, man. Like I said, man, I'm gonna try to do the video, guys, because I want it to be a teachable lesson. I want it to be a teachable moment. So just for the record, guys, when I do my reaction to the video, I'm not gonna just play the video straight through. I'm going to pause the video at certain clips so that we can kind of break down everything that went down. You know what I mean? To teach people to avoid that kind of mess. Stop going live about your relationship. If you and your old lady having problems, bruh, keep that in the house. Don't go on social media to tell us, because we don't care. You're going to make us be entertained by your drama. Your relationship must be protected. Look, if me and my wife is arguing or have some sort of issues, that's not going to be on social media, guys. And it's not about being fake or being like we a perfect couple, like everything is always good all the time. Every couple got their disputes. Every couple have disagreements. Every couple. Nobody's perfect. But what they did on Facebook Live was disgusting. But it made people watch, because people like to see a good old crash out. And when the dude crashed out, he crashed out and he told her he's going to kill her. He told her. And she said, hey, guys, I'm going to die, so I need help. She said she's going to die. She said she needed help, but nobody helped. Nobody called the cops. Look, during that live, y'all could have called the cops. Y'all could have said, hey, law enforcement, I think there's a situation going down. We need a wellness check at such and such. They live right now. There seems to be some sort of domestic issue going on. I don't know what's happening, but this couple have a history of domestic violence. I don't like what I'm seeing, but it's on live right now. They would have tracked down the IP address. They would have got these people in. They would have went over there. They would have took care of business. But no, people wanted to see them crash out. You understand? Yeah. Never sleep with your prisoner, and your guard. Yeah. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. So let me get this straight, because the info you just post right there, it sounds like something that I don't believe what it is. But are you suggesting that Zaria was a correction officer and she was sleeping with him? Please don't tell me that's what it is. Please. What? No, no. Nah, bro. She's a correction. She was a... What? How? See, this is where it goes to another level, man. You see, appreciate you for putting out that info, because I didn't dig into the story that much to know that she was a corrections officer and man, now that's toxic, man. That's toxic. I didn't watch the whole thing. I didn't watch the whole entire live. It was a lengthy live. I kind of just rewinded a little bit and just kept watching it. I was just hearing a lot of mess. And I'm like, man, and then it got up to the point where she got unalived. You know? But like I said, I'm going to break it down. But damn, man, that's toxic in and of itself. You sleeping with an inmate, then you toxic too. There's no doubt about it. Because you should know this man is toxic already. And you sleeping with him? Come on, man. That's crazy. That just took the story. We just went left now. The whole live just went left field now. Now it's just a mess. Now it's just crazy now. Because I didn't know that. I probably didn't see that section of the live. Because this is a mess. You know? Now, I'm not saying that if a man went to prison, did some time, and got out and, changed his life, and he met a woman and got himself together, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to knock the man, and if he'd been rehabilitated and got himself together, yes, it's possible that you can get yourself together. But it doesn't make no sense. Southern Girl says, come on, Ringo, get the info. Get what info? I'm not in everybody's business like that to get the info. Some people are more invested in the story. Not saying that they are obsessed with that couple. I'm just saying the story just broke. I don't know everything about this case. I'm learning as I go. That's why I said I have to break down the video later. I saw pretty much half of their live show, and it is what it is. You know, I don't know everything about these people. That's why you viewers that come to the live, that's why it's good to engage with the viewers. That's why I'm talking to the live chat while I'm speaking. You know? Yeah, I know about the spells. I got up to that part with the live where they were casting spells on each other. This is why I keep saying when we talk about witches and warlocks and people using spell casting and magic and all that other stuff, dark arts, it's true. People really do that type of stuff. You know? People really use spells on each other to keep each other chasing one another. Yeah, he chased her tail to the police station naked. Some crazy stuff, man. I'm going to review the video because it seems like people are interested in this particular issue. Most of you probably already seen the live with it. Maybe some of you didn't. But I'm going to break this stuff down. And it's not a joke, you know, at Manual. Yeah, that's not a joke. It's not a joke. You're right. It was just a toxic interaction between a man and a woman. Both parties were guilty during that live stream. Both of them were taking major personal shots, throwing each other under the bus, pouring out all sorts of secrets. I was like, man, that stuff just don't need to be online, man. But they were just doing it like it was nothing, you know? It's just crazy, man. Really, really crazy. Yeah, both of them were toxic. That's why I'm hoping that other people that report on this story, that they don't exploit this story for personal gain, but speak the truth. Both of them were toxic. Both of them. Every time she laughed when he would make threats at her, it was cringy. Because I'm like, you shouldn't be laughing. You should be getting out that house. That man literally said he gonna kill you. He's saying that on live. That he's serious. If a man is saying he gonna kill you on a live, he's going to kill you. Because he knows we're listening. And we know that once that live finish, he gonna beat your ass. I knew something was gonna happen to her. I think she wanted him to crash out. I think that's what she wanted. And she probably didn't think that he was gonna kill her. I think that she wanted him to crash out, beat her up, right? And then they go have makeup sex and kind of repeat the next day. I think that's what it is. Maybe they did that in prison. You know? He'd choke her out, do whatever. But there's a lot of relationships like that. There's a lot of relationships of females that are in these prisons that are having relationships with inmates. We've seen a lot of stories like that where we had female correction officers that helped a man escape. Y'all remember that story where you had this female correction officer, or whatever the case is, she helped one of the inmates escape. Y'all remember that story? I believe we covered that case. She helped the man to escape. That's crazy. I'm not sure if it was a white woman. I think it was a white woman. Was it a white woman? I think it was a white lady, man. She had some power in the prison, and she had some extra pull. I don't think she was a regular correction officer. I think she was somebody that had some pull, some sort of I'm not sure of a supervisor or somebody that had a title. And she had a relationship with one of the inmates, and she helped him to escape. That's crazy. Yeah, you had officers that got pregnant. Yeah, man, wild stuff, man. Hey, people will do what they got to do. You know? So guys, we're going to get up on out of here, man. I got to go tend to my girls, make sure they good, go outside and play a little bit, bike ride, let them get outside. And then I'm going to pretty much get something to eat. And then I'm going to do another show where I'm going to break down the actual video for you good people. Now, of course, the video is full of drama. The video is sick. It's just drama filled to the max. I'm just going to try to see if I can get rid of all of the profanity and all the other junk. I could just let the video play raw and uncut, but at the end of the day, it's going to violate some guidelines probably. When a video have too much profanity in it, YouTube look at that as not good. So, yeah, I know a lot of you would like to just see the raw, uncut, unfiltered. I get it, but it affects my platform. So I can't really air that out like that. You know what I'm saying? Because if I do that, then I get in trouble. And if I get in trouble, I'm the one suffering, not you, right? And so I got to do things according to the rules of YouTube, and it'll still be educational, but the way this couple went out, it could have been avoided if people in the live chat would have notified law enforcement. All you got to do, guys, look, when you see people crashing out on social media, call the police. Call the police and let them know that pretty much there's a couple online about to crash out. Somebody's about to die. It's on live right now. It don't make no sense. Don't come over here promoting YouTubers on my platform. YouTubers don't promote me. So don't do that again, or I'm going to have to block you from the platform. Do not do that. Because when you do that, what you're telling all the viewers that are watching my platform is to go to somebody else's platform. That's disrespectful to the platform. That's like coming into my store, and while everybody is shopping, you stand up loud and say, hey guys, go to such and such store. They got that same product for $2 off. You're not helping my business when doing that, right? So avoid shouting out people's names on my platform, right? Because on these YouTube streets, nobody do that. I'm one that used to do that all the time, try to show love, shout people out. But a lot of content creators, they don't show no love to me. So don't do that. Don't get on my bad side, please. If you over here and you rocking with the show, rock with the show. Don't promote other people and do all that other stuff, being goofy, because none of these influencers is breaking this video down at the level that I am right now. They're just trying to make $1. They don't really care about people that are being unalive. That's how sick social media is. Right? So guys, I'm going to come back later on and do what we got to do. Y'all be safe out there. If you see people crashing out, you got to do something about it. Call law enforcement, let them know, give them the channel name, tell them, hey, they crashing out right now. Or even report the channel. If you see somebody literally crashing out, report it. Report it to Facebook. Be like, hey, hey, something going on. We need law enforcement to head on over to that house, because that situation could have been stopped. It could have been stopped. The amount of stuff that was going on, it could have been stopped. That was a disaster waiting to happen. I knew she was going to die. But anyway, guys, I gotta head on outside with the girls, man. Y'all take care. It is what it is. I'll catch you later with the next stream. Peace and blessings to the mods in the chat. Appreciate Azandra for sponsoring the show. Appreciate you again. Shout out to everybody that subscribed to the channel. And it is what it is. Talk to you guys later. I'm out. Peace and blessings. We out of here. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $RingoTV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/RingoTVRaw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at RingoTVRaw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth, 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.